Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're reacting to the 10 scariest coincidences caught on video. But I hope some of these be too not real. I don't know, it's too coincident to be real. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're scariest coincidences. But yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and recommend me more videos to react to. And yeah, let's watch.
This happen around us all of the time, but usually we just don't have enough information to take notice. Here are 10 instances where the impossible has become reality. Number 10. A news reporter is doing a basic story about heavy traffic patterns in Gwinnett County, Georgia. When she stops and interviews a random person passing by, he politely comments about local transportation for a bit and then quickly goes on his way.
They have its own public transportation, so Mark coming out here would definitely help out a lot.
The news reporter is later contacted by police for urgent questioning. A witness says that they saw a man rob a bank and then afterwards stop at a news van to conduct a short interview. The interview footage you see here, along with photos of a license plate and other surveillance footage, was enough for police to arrest him. They identified the man as Eric Rivers and quickly took him into custody. Number 9. A news team is...
Yo, this is crazy. Bro, Yo, people are actually... That's why you can't trust anybody, yo. The guy robbed a bank. He was like, bro, he had a gun. He robbed people, you know, and he came, he did an interview like he was a good guy. And what? That was the dumbest move, but that's kind of cool, too. Like, props to you, bro. Like, free you.
That happened yesterday when suddenly a bank employee comes flying out of the building, pointing out someone off camera.
Tyler, just 24 hours ago, this bank in North... What? Oh, that's the robber.
There's the bad guy right there, the banker says as he sprints towards the subject, who is getting into a van.
Bro, he's not worried they're gonna
a man named Ryan
beat him up.
Had just robbed the same bank 2 days in a row.
Man, this guy looks scary.
His team just happened to be there reporting the first incident when the exact same thing unfolded for a second time right before their very eyes.
Why would you rob the same bank twice?
And sentenced to nearly 10 years in prison. So fortunate.
Ooh, 10 years isn't that bad, to be honest. It's really long, don't get me wrong, but like, if you get 100 million after 10 years, you're lucky. Come out of prison, you're sweet, enjoy your life. That's why I'd prefer to rob a bank now, because, you know, I'm pretty young. If I came out, I'd still be, I would be above age, actually. I'd be, you know, I'd be old enough to do some legal stuff. So, hell yeah, I'd definitely rob a bank right now and come out still in my 20s. So I'm right there with 100 million at 20 something. Who wouldn't? Come on, bro. I mean, he was old though, but
Number 8.
yeah, 10 years.
Bernard and his friend are out exploring when they find a long tunnel that gives off a creepy vibe. When they are commenting on how dark.
But why would you go in here?
Just trying to keep calm in general. When suddenly a small child's voice
you
chimes in
go?
somewhere behind them.
It's like pitch black in here.
Oh, I'd be gone, I'd be gone.
This is quite a curious and morbid coincidence. It simply says hello at just the right moment during a pause in their conversation.
It's like pitch black in here.
Whether this was real or edited is up for you.
But what
to
do they
decide,
do?
But I think there is a strong chance that something paranormal was down there. Number 7.
Bro, like, why are they even there in the first place?
For the Hillcrest High basketball team in Dallas, Texas. He was practically unstoppable on the court and could easily sink 30 points in a single game. His legendary reputation as a star athlete grew for 9 months until one day everyone found out the real reason why he was so much better than everyone else.
Let me guess, he was 27.
A nearly flawless game when the other team's coach recognizes him from somewhere a long time ago. The memory is hazy, but then it dawns on him. He clearly remembers coaching this student 7 years ago. He immediately alerts the school about the situation. As it turns out, Rashawn Richardson is actually a full-grown man named Sidney Gilstrap Portley. He is 25 years old and is...
What? The boy was just trying to relive his life, coach. Like, come on, man, let the boy live, you feel me? But that's crazy. How do you do that? This guy looks old. Like, he looks old. I don't know how. Damn, 25 and you go back to 17. How do people do this? Like, green cards exist. How do people not know this? I mean, I feel like if you were born, no green card, nothing, you went to school, blah, blah. I don't know how you go to school without one. So I just don't know. I don't know. But without a green card, you're basically, or like Social Security or one of those, they can't really track you like that. That'd be so cool though, because you could do any crime and no one's gonna notice you, because they don't got your fingerprint or any of your DNA. It'd be a random dude.
For falsely enrolling in a high school, including serious crimes stemming from his alleged 14-year-old girlfriend, who sadly had no idea of his true age and identity at the time. What's most incredible is how no one, from students to faculty members, even suspected him of being far older than he claimed. Here's a quick video of him blending in at lunch. Tell me if you would suspect this man is in his mid-20s instead of 17.
What? Hey, bro, I do not understand. What? This guy looks normal, like...
Anyway, if he hadn't by coincidence played a game against his old high school team, then Sidney could have very well have remained in school to this day. After all, he wasn't scheduled to graduate from Hillcrest until the year 2020. It really makes you wonder if maybe one day, something similar will be discovered about a student who goes to your school. What a coincidence that would be. Number 6.
Damn, imagine if it's you.
Is all
Crazy
in
stuff.
her old attic in New Jersey, but she feels like she is constantly being watched. She invites anything lurking in the shadows to make its presence known.
Is anybody in here with me?
It isn't long before she gets a response.
You think they're gonna come out, Sydney? Or Christina?
She does not hear it at the time.
Bro,
but the
was that
disembodied
edited?
voice of an older woman timidly asks, "Hello." The voice sounds alarmed and confused, almost like it's asking for help. Christina continues to poke around.
Maybe
the
someone was
attic
living in her
asking
attic. I don't know how that happens
She gets
though.
another potential sign in the form of distant sirens.
Store a few things, that's all.
What, you really think they're gonna have sirens in your basement? Like what? I don't.
Let me know if you think this alarm was
I
just a
don't-
coincidence.
I don't
or if you
know,
think
bro.
the paranormal
I don't
presence was
know.
somehow trying to warn Christina.
Nah, I think
to
it's just
stay away from the attic.
just a coincidence.
Number 5.
Nah,
Good
just a
Morning
coincidence.
America
Not
was in
nothing
the
deep.
process of completing their daily segment when co-host Robin Roberts couldn't help but notice a striking similarity between a suspect from a previous story and her co-host, Josh Elliott.
I don't know. You just
Bruh, it was this guy.
All of a sudden, I'm just looking at you,
Where are you
and
going?
I can't.
Where are you going,
I
Roberts?
can't remember.
Well, the co-host, Josh, and the suspect certainly look alike. This wasn't the only person this was the case with. The original reporter who reported on the incident also looked disturbingly similar to the suspect.
And police really
Bruh, it's those clones. It's them clones.
This sketch.
Although cases of coincidences where the newscaster looks like the reported suspect can certainly be humorous, they can also be quite creepy. This suspect is accused of
Yeah,
attacking
it
a
must have
woman
been that guy, and
after
he
a
went back to
traffic
work with a
incident. Therefore, I hope the real suspect was brought to justice. Number 4.
To justice.
Up to
Number
the sky, and I
4.
always say, "Hi, Dad."
That's how a YouTuber named Jennifer Moen5 pays her respects to her dad, who has since passed on. Then one day it looks like her father
Oh,
says hello
R.I.P.
back to her and her family.
Oh boy.
You can see a shimmering orb
Wait,
rise and
what?
fall to the ground as soon as she says hi to
I
her.
think, like no offense, Jennifer or whatever your name is. I feel like that was just like a shooting star, like a day, like a shooting star in the morning. Because I don't know, I don't
This is the
know.
only paranormal video on Jennifer's channel, which otherwise focuses on enjoying wholesome moments with family, so I really don't think this is video editing. I also wanted to ask that everyone please show the utmost respect when telling me if you believe this is real or fake, since it deals with the memory of a loved one. Number 3.
Yeah, I just
Many
told you
YouTubers,
respectfully. Yeah, it
Jack
could have been just a
Stevens
shooting
uses
star.
his channel to archive various vacation videos and family memories for his own personal enjoyment. Most of it is ordinary travel footage, but there's one video in particular that was taken during his stay in Biltmore Hotel in Providence, Rhode Island. That's extremely eerie. He's all alone in his room when a big light overhead starts acting up, so he starts to record it for proof. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but it's definitely weird how the lights only seem to flicker on and off when he's talking about them.
And as you can see, that's the lamp that's hanging. Let's see. Oh, okay. There it goes. Did you see that?
I guess electrical malfunctions in an old hotel.
I don't know what to
isn't
think
that big
about
of a deal,
this.
but that's
I don't
not
know
all
what to
that
say about
happens.
this.
When Jack Stevens is finished recording all of the other rooms to prove that he really is all alone, he returns to the main room only to find the overhead lamp is now doing this on its own.
Okay, so I don't know how it is doing this.
It continues to swing in small
Bro, I am
circles
out
for
of there, bro.
a
This
minute
hotel
without any sign of
still looks
slowing down.
creepy.
Even if this was fake and someone else was in the room to move it, the lamp should eventually stop swinging in circles, but it never does. At this point, Jack Stevens
Bro, I'm
is
out of this
sufficiently freaked
hotel.
out and has to check out of this hotel.
Bro, I
early.
can't stay in a hotel by
Number
myself.
2. These twins were born
Silly
in Ohio
stuff.
during the 1940s and share an amazing history full of startling coincidences. They were put up for adoption at only 3 weeks old and ended up with different last names. One of them was named Jim Springer and the other one was named Jim Lewis. But to cut down on confusion, I'll refer to them as Jim and Lewis from now on. So Lewis knew that he had a
Okay.
twin brother, but Jim did not. With the help of the courts, Lewis used his adoption papers to track his brother down a full 39 years later. When they finally met, the two quickly
What?
found they had a lot more in common than just genetics. Okay, so get this. They both married different women named Linda. That's definitely strange, but I guess it's not totally impossible. But then they both got divorced.
Okay,
and
what
remarried
else?
2 different women named Betty. They both have sons and both are named James Allen. They even gave their dog.
Alright, okay. Alright, now you're going too far now. What? I know these boys were in contact with each other. Like, you can't... I don't know what, like, how? Betty, like, I know you... Unless one of the twins has the brain. Unless, like, the same brain is in both twins. And then now only one of them, like, thinks and does the same stuff. And let me guess, all those girls they married were twins. Imagine, like... It's crazy stuff here.
It's the same name
Lewis
of the boy.
and
It
Jen,
gets
or
even
whatever his name is.
crazier. Despite never meeting for most of their lives, they both got involved in law enforcement and even vacationed at the same small beach in Florida. Both even have different
Bruh, they
cousins
have
who
the
name
same
Lynn.
brain.
Their
They have
case
the
was so
same
phenomenal that
brain.
The University of Minnesota decided to run tests to find out exactly how alike they really were.
All the tests Johnny showed so far that they're identical. It's just like the same person taking the test twice. They're that close.
That's a strange feeling.
Sure it is.
So they have the same
Tests
brain.
were very unlikely to produce the same results too. Like, they would be put into different rooms and told to draw a picture. Out of all possible choices, they both chose to draw a man who looked very similar in both versions. Another experiment isolated
What?
them and then asked them to make up a random story. Both of them, despite being in separate rooms, made up a story about a family working in a field.
Okay, bro. I don't know if you guys are lying about this or if this is true, but like, bro, this has to be like some of the most stupid things I've ever heard. That's the same that's a clone. That's a whole clone. You can't, there's like, I don't, yes, it's possible for people to look alike. Okay, I agreed with that, marrying someone they look alike, but when you brought up like, they drew the same story, bro, that's the same person now. The tripping, I don't know.
Prove that twins tend to think alike, even when kept in separate environments. And if a complete stranger
Bro, I
who
thought
looks
that was a
almost exactly
myth.
like you isn't one of the creepiest thoughts imaginable, then I guess I don't know what
This
is.
is crazy.
Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and I hope you're enjoying my narration.
Let me skip this part real quick.
Number 1.
Number 1. Oh.
A lifeless person is wrapped in a blue tarp that was recently found in Camptown, Pennsylvania, and a local news reporter is digging for details. She arranges for an interview with someone named Matthew Haverly, a man who happens to live across from the creek where the person was found. He acts completely surprised about the situation and disavows any knowledge of what could have transpired.
I had no clue. Sad to say that that's someone's either daughter, mother, whatever, both, child.
Hours later, police
This guy
discovered
looks
that
scary.
the person was, in fact, none other than Matthew's mother, which makes this last comment a terrible coincidence. If Matthew was aware beforehand that it was his mother floating in the creek, he gives absolutely no
His
indication
mom?
at the time. He ends the short interview by saying how the person was probably dumped in the creek out of town by hitmen.
It would be like a place where people from the city would want to put a body because most likely they wouldn't be found.
Police investigators don't buy this explanation.
Wait, that's his mom?
They raid his property, and in his shed, they find the same blue tarp that his mother's body was wrapped in. As of this date, he has been charged with a capital offense but not yet convicted. If he is found guilty, then this means out of sheer coincidence, the reporter had unknowingly scheduled an interview with the very same man who had taken his mother's life not too long ago. She may very well have been standing just a few feet away from a calm and collected psycho without realizing it. In an era of ever...
Damn, bro. What the heck? What type of weird... Alright, bro. This is one of the scariest videos I have watched so far. Like, I'm just confused. I'm just like, what is going on? Like explain this. Especially the last guy. Like, bro, your mom? Like, you have the nerve, bro. I don't know, man. I feel sorry for this world, to be honest. You guys tell me what you thought about this video, man. It gave me some chills. But if you made it this far, thank you and have a nice day.